Hello and welcome back to the Excavation of Hob Barrow. We are going to start right up with going to the train station to get a hold of Kenneth. I hope. Oh, okay. Apparently you can sit down here. Let's read the plaque, shall we?
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
Maybe we'll get to know at one point. But how are you guys doing? I hope you are doing good today.
Joseph Davis.
Oh, I'm reading headstones, am I? A fresh grave.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
I wonder why it's unmarked. Maybe it's unmarked because there's no headstone yet.
William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart. Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven.
Interesting.
Joseph Davis.
So, these names
Forever
are
in Light. Anne Kemp.
people who made the game.
John
Or...
Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence.
Also, I'm curious to where this one leads, but maybe we'll figure that out later when we get a hold of Kenneth. And maybe we'll get some, It was this way, wasn't it? Some coin for some cake. I think that would be a nice start of the day with Kenneth, right? After a long, long day of traveling, who wouldn't want cake? Tell it, Mr.
Where is
Tillett!
Kenneth? He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
Well, don't you see? It's Tillett!
Well, that's one mystery solved. It's Arthur Tillett. What's
Okay,
he doing in there?
Maybe that's his job and he wasn't drunk when we got to town. Okay, let's see if we can get some clear up or like clearance? No. Let's clear some things up from yesterday.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Yeah.
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
Uh-huh.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett.
Yeah.
Searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
Well, I'm not surprised. So, I guess we can still ask about last night.
About last night?
What were you going to tell me about Leonard's shoulder?
What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Leonard Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink.
Oh my god.
Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
No, of
But
course
you said you
don't.
did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
I don't believe it either. I think he's lying.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you?
Ale!
I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
Yeah.
Aye, I don't remember out.
I don't know about that.
About last night.
Yeah, you really don't remember where you went last night.
You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then, nothing.
I wonder if
You
you got...
must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye, a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye.
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
My mind has drawn a blank.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've nought to say 'cause I remember nought.
Fine. Okay, what about
I
Leonard?
found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry. You'll find him.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye, aye. I'll survive.
If I was feeling like that, I would be laying in bed and most likely puking.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
I mean, I'm glad that's helping him at least, even though we did find him yesterday, drinking his full fill. I would assume it was during work time as well, since it was during the afternoon, but who knows?
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that.
You
I
don't
don't
know?
wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
This is true.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
Right. Maybe you could ask about this Lord Panswick.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship then?
Yes, do you know him?
Aye, he comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well liked around here.
I sense some hesitation, Mr. Tillett.
Well,
Yeah.
we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He
What?
likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief! But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
Smart. Okay, so what about Hobbs Barrow?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I can't remember.
Mr. Tillett, please, this is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember.
Or did you...
If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
Or did you just remember that you're not allowed to say anything? Because I feel like everyone knows about this Barrow, even kids, but they're just not allowed to say anything. Right, so where's my friend? Where's Kenneth?
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye.
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
What?
Impossible.
But
Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow.
okay.
You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. Where can I find...
He lives above the store.
Okay.
Thank you. Farewell for now.
Ta-ra.
Tara taru toodaloo. Right, so. Interesting. Question is, should we just take a quick path? Travel quickly.
The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's.
But that's not the one we're looking for then, but...
No one here.
What? North? Or was it above the... Oh.
That must be the postmaster's storeroom.
He
He looks a little chirpier than your average Bewley resident.
does, doesn't he?
Hello,
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry.
Oh, then
Thomasina
it's-
Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
You
Right.
seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Why is she... Okay, I'm still gonna be honest, because I don't see the reason of lying here.
Originally a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long. Though I currently reside in London.
London. I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
I actually went to London when I was 17. And let me tell you, my snot was black. So it's... the air is still, to this day, very smoggish. Or very polluted. How about Leonard Shoulder?
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
Well,
You
calm
flatter
down.
me, Mr. Long. I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
It's a bit weird, isn't he?
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long.
Yeah.
I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently,
Why is that?
so I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tap?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Yeah, where is he? I'm actually looking for Mr. Price.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Oh.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did it go?
Where
then?
did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses. When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
Oh, that's not
I
what
told
we
him
need.
I'd keep watch of his storeroom. And I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
I'm just gonna take a look. That's the one, alright.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm
Yeah.
going to have to get in there.
But how?
Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office.
The postmaster isn't home.
But my crate is in there.
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
Do we though? Oops.
This house looks pleasant. The man is standing right there.
Okay, well, sorry then.
I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
Well, there's only one exit too. Drat. Where do we go then to... Is there a way to catch up to him? Should we go back to... Perhaps...
Good day.
Yes?
Oh!
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, I collect them.
Oh, you do?
This one is called an...
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye. Well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
True.
Quite. What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass.
Yeah, I've
Keeps me
noticed.
busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious. Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow?
Sorry, lad.
Thanks for your...
Aye.
Right. What if we try to go back over here? I could not buy more. I would love to buy a cake, but I spent it on a drunk person. Okay. Ooh.
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
No, we shan't.
I'm
Look at
not
the
sure if
mushrooms.
these are poisonous or edible.
Yeah, you're not gonna like make a comment of them being like in
I
a
better
circle.
not touch them. They could be poisonous.
Also, even if it stretches, there's still houses out there. I thought maybe we could see a horse or something. Okay, they did tell me that I could come back day after. So the woods are still not clear. What if we go back into the pub? I mean, food and everything is still paid for, right? We paid that before. For at least 2 days.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here,
So does he know?
and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you,
Well,
to be
that's-
settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
I wonder what that could be then. But right, let's see.
My
Let's talk about
assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
No.
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Yeah. We've got that clear, all right. Okay.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an eye. I'll give it back to you at the end when it will be.
Goodbye.
Okay.
See you soon.
I don't think we have a precious item right now that, because the silver necklace is not ours, right?
I've stored my case in there. A box within a box.
Don't think we could use that. I guess we could try.
I've hung my dress aside from.
There's nothing to look at in here, so. Because I feel like we need to get him out of the way so he's not looking, right? Because maybe is Cyril in here, perhaps? He's not. Let's see. Can I give this to you? No. Room key. I don't really have anything of
I don't
value.
think Stanley would be interested in that.
Okay, you don't. Okay, did I not press this?
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it? Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
Not right now.
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
Yeah. Okay. So we got the tab clear. Hopefully that's no one's necklace, right?
Hello?
Oh. It wasn't very keen on talking, this man, but let's see what he has to say either way.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a
Noted.
round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
Noted.
I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Naught to be found digging around in those things.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Yeah, he doesn't really want me to. Oh, okay. Maybe we can.
Hello?
Good day.
Let's see if we can take him for a.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Now.
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Feel a bit mean for doing this though, but we need our crate,
The
don't we?
rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
That didn't work.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does.
Well then. I was hoping maybe Cyril would be in here, but he's not. Well, just gonna have to do that again then, I suppose. But not right now. You're not up for more, are
Hello?
you?
Good day.
Goodbye.
Don't be a
I think I need to get him over there when it's a little bit later, perhaps. Don't touch the door. No, I didn't mean to.
Oi, keep away I promise, Mr.
Feel like I need to get him there when Cyril is there, so we need to pass time somehow. What if we go back over here? Also, I want to see if I can do something very nasty right now.
I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
You sure? Fine, I shall not. I had to try, don't judge me. Oh, I would assume it would be in here. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's in the other, the room next door here. No.
It's locked.
Where did he wander off to? Perhaps he went back to the woods? Okay, let's see. Can we could go over there. I'm just curious. The boy's gone. Maybe we could ask Jane again when there's no one.
Myrtle.
Oh, that's
Pardon?
rude.
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite.
Oh, that's rude of
Mummy
him.
made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
Aw.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he rips her to tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing. Where did your brother go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. But I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the village, miss. Maybe Wally went back there. Or maybe he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
Okay. Hob's
Have you
Barrow.
heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
I knew
Why
it.
not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, please.
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
You will?
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will. Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Okay. We just need to find Myrtle. Oh, there's Cyril. Interesting. Hey, dear, an old chap.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully,
Of
no one
course
got
you
off
are.
the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
He does, doesn't he?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No. I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
Oh no.
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah! You're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Goodbye.
Hey,
Ta-ra,
I
lass.
think we need to get them there at the same time so he will leave that thing alone. But first, I would like to see if I could possibly... No. This leads to the station. God damn it. I'm stupid. Oh, it's a cat. It's Herbert. Right, so that leads over there. Still don't really understand where it could be though. Maybe the house is on this side. But there's Wally. Where'd you
Good
put
day.
the doll?
Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
Yeah.
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
Oi.
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Yeah.
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides, Myrtle is gone now. I've given her to the fair folk. That'll teach her.
The fair folk, the ones we saw in
Who are
roaming
the
around?
fair folk?
The little people of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave them a doll.
Well, okay, but where is the doll?
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it. Don't think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Goodbye.
Could be the mushroom.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Yeah, we're not going this way. I'm thinking of going back to the church side then. Maybe he put the doll in that circle of mushrooms. Usually a circle indicates fairies, right? That's what the first thing I was thinking about. So I was shocked that she didn't say anything about it, but I don't know if it's usually mushrooms or if it's rocks, but maybe it is mushrooms. So let's take a look. Oh, did he bury it?
I'm not sure if these are poisonous or...
Well,
It looks like something has been buried in the middle.
Yeah. And that's why we need this, I believe. Flashback? Oh, what's happening? That's a flashback.
Thomasina, please
Oh.
stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Oh!
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom.
Gateway to the fairy kingdom,
Hello,
huh?
fairies.
Something you believed when you were a kid. Ah, you got boobies. Is that it?
Hello.
There's the doll.
There she is.
Josephine.
There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Hogwash. Talk about ruining your daughter's fantasy when she's a child.
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Uh-oh. Oh, what's that?
This must be Jane's ragdoll. There is something somewhat unsettling about its appearance.
Yeah.
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of.
Let's hope that's it, huh? Or we haven't
How
angered.
strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it. At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed.
Could we... I don't know.
You're coming with me, little fellow.
We're
I shall
taking
name you
worms?
Kenneth.
Oh.
I've already taken one.
Apparently we need worms. I was thinking of, you know, can we...
I already recovered.
Okay, I was gonna cover the hole, but apparently we need worms. I agree. You never know when you need a worm, right? So let's just... let's just pick that up and use it and go back to that little sweet girl who kicks her brother very hard. Maybe she's also lying. Maybe she doesn't really know what the hop sparrow is, but we still need to, you know, give it a shot. Oh, she's dirty. Very dirty
I
now.
present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle!
Oh. Yeah,
I
she's
missed you so
very
much.
dirty, though. You might have to wash her up again.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek!
Oh, come
back.
on.
It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Oh my god.
Damp ragdolls have been laid out to dry in the dreary sun. They aren't mine to take.
They sure are not. Okay. Where can we find this? No, where are you going? Don't go into the woods.
Hey!
God damn it. Or maybe she's taking me there. Who knows?
Jane?
What are you doing in the hole?
Jane must be hiding in there, the little scamp.
Scamp.
Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in.
Because you can't.
Fine. Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
About this then.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand, uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it.
Are you really going to not crawl through that? Okay. Oh yeah,
Jane!
we are.
Jane? Jane, come out this instant. I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
Well, the only thing we have is a matchbox. We only got one.
Curses. The useless thing blew out.
Well, we don't really have anything else. A shame. We could have used that with something else, perhaps, and I just wasted it. It seemed like there were any wind in there, though. Okay, so if we... I wonder if we have a lamp or something within our own equipment. So let's start with talking to Cyril about going to the pub.
Datey, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lass.
Follow me.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, because they both lose their bark once they're dead.
Oh my.
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
Right. So he's gonna stay there now. That's perfect. I have so many drinks on my tabs now though, but it's hopefully going to be worth it, right? So let's get this
Hello.
Mr.
Good
Long
day.
with us.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall
Exactly.
take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Thank
Let us
you.
make our way.
Hoping.
To think, if that station
Yes.
hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot!
Yes.
That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas.
Perfect.
I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Yes, please go ahead while I go back to the post office. Right. I'm gonna sneak out. Now, it's still locked though, but the hairpin.
Locked, as expected. I need to get inside without attracting too much attention.
Well, how about the hairpin? Are you
Kenneth
good with
taught
that?
me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Did it though? It did. I think.
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
There we go. Yeah, where's Kenneth?
Let's open this envelope. There's a note inside.
Okay, let's see. Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Bewley. I've packed your usual equipment, and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. What kind of urgency in London? I would love to know that. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch.
How very frustrating.
Very,
I wonder
yeah.
what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back.
Yes.
Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task.
I can understand that.
Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
There we go. Please contain a light source.
Wait,
Wait.
where is my money? It's not in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man.
Oh my god.
It looks
Really?
like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern. It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside. I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here.
I hope so.
No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient.
Yes, because
Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that barrow and get on with the excavation.
sure, I'm scared
It's my crate of... I don't wish to
that we won't be getting any money. Are they still arguing in there? Kinda interested. See? They
I'll
are.
leave Cyril and Henry to their...
Grand debate, yeah, might as well. Right, now that we have the lantern.
I need paraffin to fuel my lantern.
And we don't have that, do we?
Henry Long can...
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
Right.
See you soon.
Where can we find that, though? I don't think I have
sturdy
anything with me, right?
An empty bowl has been provided for washing.
Still don't think we have.
Jam.
That was jammed shut, yeah. Don't think we have any resources like that. Where are we gonna get the oil then?
Good day.
Yes?
I was
Lantern.
wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts.
I see.
How much coin do you have?
None.
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What do you want for then?
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Yeah.
Surprise me.
Thanks for your time.
Aye.
Surprise you? I got a worm. You want a trowel?
I don't...
Really? I don't want to give away my chisel. You want a worm?
I don't think Mr. Crozier...
Are you sure? How about a glove? How about my room key? No. Okay. Oh, I know. Wait. Okay. So, we're not supposed to be touching that, according to the kids, but we have our chisel, and he likes fossils. We saw one of them over here. I'm coming to get you, little girl. And then we can trade that for some oil.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
Perfect. I still wonder about this. Like the shrub over there? If we can use that later for something. I don't know. I know I can fast travel, but I just feel like it's nice to walk around as well.
Good day.
Oh, wait,
Thanks
sorry.
Aye.
Don't have to talk to you to do that. Here you go. How about some...
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Yeah.
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside.
Perfect.
There you are.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Okay, let's go fetch that child. Oh, God. I can't believe he didn't put the money in there. Oops. Clicked outside the game. Sorry about that. Because what do we do now? I mean, they forces us.
I should fill the lantern with paraffin before I go in there. Fumbling in the dark may cause me to spill the oil.
That is smart and true. No? Did I do it?
My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
Perfect. Let's go inside the hole.
Right. Let's put this lantern to good use.
And hopefully not too much, because we do want to use it later on. For those... Why is it pounding so hard here? I can hear a heartbeat.
Jane, come out at once.
It's not in here. I'm not sure this is a good idea. That's a badger.
Goodness me! Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
I do wonder.
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there.
Oh,
I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
oh God. Well, that badger had a jacket. Did you not? No, this is still... yeah, it's not the next day yet. Okay, so we were headed in the right direction, I think. If we go back to the church... and then go through that archway where we saw the little circle of mushrooms, the fairy gateway, then we should be able to continue that way to some farm, I see. If I'm not completely mistaken. Now the crow's there, eating the...
This is where I dug up Jane's ragdoll.
Is probably eating all the worms.
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow.
Yeah, what are they hiding?
The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear.
Great.
In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Oh my God, what happened? What did we do? Well, we're at the...
The gate opens out into a vast tilled field.
Oh, we're not going in there. Well, this is the farm then.
The entrance to the farmhouse.
Maybe they can lead us further?
What do you
Hello
want?
there. Oh,
My name
hello?
is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
I understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why do you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the Barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Last time?
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. My brother dug it up. Must have been, what, 25 years ago? You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife, and I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
What did your brother find?
Yeah, I'm
Samuel.
curious.
Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know, but something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock, even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass, pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married.
Aw.
I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye, my wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No.
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden. You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time?
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hob's Barrow?
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd.
We did
I
see him,
assumed
though.
he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see. Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hob's Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
Yeah, can I at least see it?
Perhaps I can at least see Hob's Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
Proof.
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
Thanks for your time.
Ta-ra now.
Well, I do have this letter.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hob's Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this, but yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting out do with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow, set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Don't think he's so happy about it, though.
The empty bucket smells of rancid milk.
Rancid milk. A goat.
What a wild-looking thing.
Okay. I mean, the tree is kind of wild looking, if you ask me.
Easy, girl.
I'm not gonna go with that, don't worry. She's like a...
I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
It's like a guard dog, but it's a guard goat. Better not make the goat angry. And it's raining again. This place is sure is a hassle when it comes to weather.
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Probably, yeah. That's a stone. AR. Interesting.
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
No.
Someone has carved the letters AR into the stone.
We'll leave it at that for now, I believe.
Finally, here it is. Hob's Barrow.
Doesn't look like much.
Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
Yeah, we're not allowed to touch it though.
That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Oh, that smell earthy and sweet, Hob's Barrow. Getting flashbacks.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come. Are you ready for your first excavation?
I see
Yes,
the piles.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting!
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy.
Okay, so I see the troll. I guess it was called. And
Now I'm ready.
Yes, you are. And I see a dirt pile over here. Let's start with this one.
No treasures here.
No treasures there. Let's see what's in this one.
Nothing here.
Maybe this one. The first one we saw.
Treasure!
Ooh.
Daddy, I found the treasure! Look!
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious.
Don't
Take
drop
good
it.
care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Aw. It's very cute of him to do such a thing. Entertaining the child. Okay, let's see. What do they want us to do here then?
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
Yeah, I don't think we are going to get that.
In good time.
Well, let's head back then. I wonder
Someone has...
if we can do something with
I
this.
don't wish to carve anything into the rock.
Are you sure? What does AR stand for, I wonder? Let's head back. There sure must be a reason to why his brother committed. Well, it's no
Darkness
more.
falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
Of course, yes. Where's the exit then? For him? It's very dark now all of a sudden. No more cakes. Gosh darn it! Oh my, very foggy today. Don't like that. Yeah, let's get inside, shall we? Build as usual. Oh, Mr. Crozier.
Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass. 'Tis truly a beauty.
You're most welcome. How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today. The most recent is always the best.
That's
Indeed.
nice.
What about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England. I document all my findings.
But what do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there. How's your book coming along, then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hob's Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
At least she's leaving the bones, right? So she's not taking... I don't want to say... She let the bones rest. And I think that's good. These are the men that were at the...
Good evening, gentlemen.
Working in the
What are
woods.
you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming.
Oh?
I am gonna knock his bloody block off. In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off.
You heard the man.
Charming.
Very charming. How about you?
Good evening, sir.
Playing with a knife?
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, he doesn't look really happy, does he? Oh, look, it's
I don't wish to
Herbert!
wake him up.
Aw. And Cyril is over here.
Hello
Yeah.
again, Cyril.
Yeah.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
Most
What the hell
likely
do you
not.
think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
Charming as ever.
He seems even more wound up than usual.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hob's Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but please leave that place be.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
Me too now that all of this is happening and people are actually... I think they're doing it for your own good, Thomasina.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
No.
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Yeah, no more drinks for me. I don't want...
The prices are cheap here.
Even if they're cheap, I don't want them to... I don't want to stack up my bill. I don't know.
The sun has set and rain.
Okay, now we're not going outside anymore.
A lovely place to warm oneself.
He doesn't want to talk. I think we've seen everything that we need to, so maybe let's go to bed.
Time for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Miss Bateman,
Yes. Oh!
how are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
One won't hurt,
One won't hurt.
Excellent.
I hope.
I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
That
I was
is true.
thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
Yeah, no.
I'm not sure that's logical.
But worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take
Yes.
your seat, Miss Bateman.
As long as
I
on
shall
your dime,
return
not
with the
mine.
goods.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be.
Yeah. That's what worries me. He's skulking
I've been meaning
around.
to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally.
Oh.
I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Aww.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was naught but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind. She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at her favourite lookout spot on the moors.
I see.
Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett.
We definitely need to go
I can
back
relate
there.
in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Oh my.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur. Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't.
Aw.
But I did. And another after that. And another.
Oh my.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
Mustn't.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Okay.
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try. to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull!
What a lovely song. Another storm. I wonder if the cat's gonna visit us this night or something else. Oh my, we're having a dream? Oh, please tell me this is a dream, because we're at the Barrow. Yeah, we're at the Barrow. This is not good. Look how we're walking too. Who are you?
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this? Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
Oh
My
no.
father?
You were deep down with the others. You were there, and something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go.
Proof?
One more thing. This is not a dream.
Oh my. Well, we're ending the second day. And we got proof.
Goodness, that was a terrible sleep.
Yes. But was it a dream though? And we got the proof, I assume, as a book right there at the door. But that will be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button if you find this content amusing to you. But thank you so much for watching. Much love to you all. And I'll catch you guys the next time. Bye bye.